July 2025. The BRICS summit is underway in Rio de Janeiro, a gathering notable not only for its expanded membership and sweeping agenda, but also for striking a diplomatic void: the absence of two of its most powerful founding leaders, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping. While Putin's no-show is largely attributed to Brazil's obligation under the International Criminal Court, which has issued warrants for his arrest, of course, Xi's absence remains far more mysterious and has sparked a wave of global speculation. For the first time since coming to power, Chinese President Xi Jinping is missing from major diplomatic stage, and no one, not even the Chinese state media, is explaining just why. Is Winnie the Pooh stepping down, or is there a silent coup underway? Or is this just a carefully calculated move in Chinese political chessboard? Now then, the BRICS bloc, originally formed by Brazil, Russia, India, and China, and later joined by South Africa, now includes emerging members like Iran, Ethiopia, Egypt, and the UAE. The group, representing over 40% of the world population, is laying the groundwork for a potential BRICS currency and a challenge to Western-led institutions. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa, and Brazilian President Lula da Silva are leading discussions. Indonesia, newly inducted into BRICS, is also present. Yet representing the world's second-largest economy, Xi Jinping is not, but Premier Li Qiang, his second in command. No explanation, no press conference, just silence. Folks, in the ultra-orchestrated world of Chinese diplomacy, this is highly unusual. And it's not just BRICS. Xi has been absent from all public events since May 21st. During this period, key diplomatic duties were delegated to second-tier officials, while state-run outlets like Xinhua and People's Daily curiously omitted Xi from their front pages. Now, that's something that we have almost never heard of, at least since 2017. Analysts are now asking, is Xi stepping down, or is a power struggle quietly unfolding within the Chinese Communist Party? The Chinese military has undergone massive purges over the past years. High-ranking officials like General He Weiduang, General Mia Hua, and General Lin Xinjiang have been dismissed or disappeared, who knows. Entire divisions, especially the Rocket Force and key theater commands, have seen major shakeups. Some say it's part of Xi's anti-corruption campaign, others see it as a calculated move to eliminate rivals. Could Xi be under threat from factions within his own military? Or is he clearing the deck before reasserting his own dominance? Well, no one knows. Now, economically too, China has seen 2025 to not be a kind year. Youth unemployment is now at a 15% high, the real estate sector remains largely stagnant, and foreign investments has hit a 30-year low. Failures in semiconductor self-sufficiency and ongoing trade tensions with the United States have only worsened the picture. Xi's signature centralized leadership style is now being questioned even within his own elite circles. Some suggest Xi's absence may be a retreat to recalibrate economic policy or an effort to silence the ongoing internal dissent. Guys, symbolism that matters a lot in Chinese politics. On June 6th, a loyalty ceremony with over 50 top officials was held, and that was without Xi Jinping. Even more telling, a major revolutionary memorial in Shanxi province omitted any references to Xi's father, a very important and prominent figure of the party. Now, he has a great backstory of his own, by the way. Some other time for that. Folks, this subtle erasure has ignited talks of internal marginalization, a signal from rival factions flexing their own influence. Figures like prominent CCP leaders Hu Jintao, Xi Jinping's strong rival, are resurfacing. And note how CCP meetings have recently revived references to governance style from the Hu Jintao era. Now, that simply translates to being more collective and less centralized. Whispers suggest that reformist factions are pushing for a power transition. Some speculate Wang Yang or Hu Jintao could be positioned as successors. Now, experts, of course, remain divided. Is Xi orchestrating a tactical retreat, or is the so-called emperor losing control? Historically, the CCP has responded to internal instability with great external aggression. Whether it was Ladakh, India in 2020, or naval pressure in 2012, crisis at home often echoes abroad. Now, all this while, the geopolitical temperature is rising. President Trump has warned of tariffs on BRICS-aligned nations and declared that any attempt to replace the American dollar would be met with grave economic warfare. Xi's absence, combined with the expansion of BRICS and growing US-China tension, sets the stage for a potentially dramatic global shift. Is Jinping's mysterious silence a strategic pause or a sign of political decline? Military purges, economic woes, especially when Xi shuffled, BRICS is on the line and the rise. Now, this is probably a scenario where China may be entering a rare moment of vulnerability. As the world watches Beijing more closely than ever, one thing is clear: something is going to change. Now, until then, stay sharp, stay curious. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more such global deep dives and clarity in chaos. See you in the next one.